They won't get out and start reading this stuff and understand it. But I put it all in my book so you could understand it. And that's why they get away with it. And that's why the civil rights laws, those civil rights laws were for black folk. But then again, the white Northerners got together after the end of the Civil War and said, you know what? We know you were right. The war should be over and black folks should be given some consideration. And so they took a national poll and found out during the Civil War that 98, Dr. Watkins, 98% of all the whites in America were totally, adamantly opposed to freeing blacks for slavery. Totally opposed to it. Totally opposed.
98%.
98%. That was 150 years ago. And the last polling I could be able to get my hands on, a national survey, you know what it says now? That now the hatred for black folk, the distaste for black folk is no longer 98%, it's down to 88%. That means, that means, just think now, Dr. Watkins, that my research and stuff I give black folk in these books, that the hatred for black folk among immigrants, because all these immigrants are classified as white now, that's what I was showing you on this. That now, that 88%, that means that in 150 years, the hatred for black folk only went down 10%. 10%, it took 150 years to go down. And yet I got all these civil rights laws talking, well, we're gonna love each other, we're all together. Where you get that crap from? And we all together. And see, they want to recognize blacks as being exceptional. Say, look, we're an out group. We're a hated and despised out group. Damn, trying to get along with everybody else. Try to get along with your own self. Come together and try to recapture that which was taken away from you during slavery, which was social cohesiveness. Go back and cohesively put yourself together based on who you are, your culture, your taste, your preference, your people, your business, your community, and buy and support and protect your own people. Quit trying to save the damn world and get along with everybody. I don't mean hating about it. Don't go out and fighting about it, hurting about it, but start loving your own people and understand that racism is a team sport. Racism is a team sport, and whether you like it or not, if you're those people you're talking about, the black ones that want to always talk about, we don't want blacks to own anything. Tell them to go to hell and say that God has arbitrarily assigned you to a skin color team, whether you like it or not. If you don't play as a team, you lose by default. And when you get these Sambos talking about, well, you shouldn't be trying to let black folk be in control or nothing, because the original the Constitution says the whites should own and control everything, and blacks don't need to own and control anything, because if they did get in control, they'll mess it up. Why would they mess it up? Because they're black and black folk don't do anything right. Now I tell them, let me tell you one thing. My books, those 5 books that the blacks buy, Powernomics books, says this, that black people have never been any more nor any less than what white people want them to be. And all those Sambos you see all on TV. So I teach African American history at this university,